In the last year, we've definitely seen a lot more SSI clients venturing into the offshore industry. So a lot of questions have been coming in on how to create different areas in the offshore rig or platforms. So what I'm going to talk about in this video is one of the questions that just came up recently on a way to model and get the production documentation for the jackups. So as you can see, a typical jackup has a lot of structure that and piping that is coped. So how do we model that, and one of the best ways to get that production documentation out? So if we just start in Ship Constructor here, and I just have already the geometry already created, and this is a hull drawing, so nothing special about this drawing. And the command that I'm going to start with is using a command from ShipCam. So this is a really old command, I would say one of the oldest commands that we have. So you want to select some of your structure here. It asks you for radius. I'm going to make create another pipe, more pipes. Make these a little smaller. And I am just going to also random the color just so you can kind of see the components that we actually created. So what the pipe command creates is solids, as you can see here. As you can see, they're not really coped yet. They're just raw solids. So the next step is to convert them into surfaces, and that's just as simply as calling explode on it. And now we can use this surface trimming, and we do this by selecting the objects that we want to trim, select the cutting surface, and it will trim our surface. And then we just continue doing that for the rest of the items. And that is pretty much it. We have all our surfaces trimmed. So now it's just to convert these into Ship Constructor surfaces. So if you go to Hull, create from AutoCAD surfaces, I specify my tolerance, and then now all of these are Ship Constructor surfaces. And as you can see, they're still coped to each of the surfaces. So now you have to assign a stock to them, and I'm just going to randomly pick one. And then you can just expand any one that you want. So if we go and we expand this one, expanding options, you can see that it created the geometry that can be annotated and brought into your documentation or whatever documentation you have, and you can do that for absolutely every single piece of every surface that you have. And you don't have to do one at a time, but I just so hopefully that helps you in understanding how you can create some jackets or the jacket structure within Ship Constructor.